Good morning students, welcome to the online classes of Montbretier School. I am Miss Ankita, your social science teacher for class 6. Now students, let us continue with our chapter. Now in the previous video I started with Kerala, right? Kerala, it is a state in the southwest corner of India and it is very much famous for the number of spices that were the pepper that is golki, cloves that is long, and cardamoms that is elaichi, right? Then we were talking about the multi-religious society. Why Kerala is a multi-religious society? As the Jewish and Arab traders, they came first here. Then the apostle of Christ, that is Saint Thomas, he was being believed to come here nearly 2000 years ago, okay? And he only brought Christianity to India, okay? Now let us start with the next paragraph, that is many Arab traders also came and settled down here, okay? Now who were they? They were the Ibn Battuta, who traveled here about 700 years ago. Please mark, wrote a travelogue, a written account of a traveler's observation, that is whatever he see, the things and events he see in a particular place where he come to explore that particular place, the written account for that particular place, okay, in which he describes the lives of Muslims. He has described the life of Muslims and wrote that there were a high respected community, okay. Now the Portuguese discovered the sea route to India from Europe, okay. The Portuguese, they developed the sea route to India from Europe when Vasco da Gama landed with his ship here, that is in Kerala. So many renowned people, they came to Kerala here just because of its benefits for the number of spices grown here especially, and its beauty. Because of all these various historical influences, people in Kerala practice different religions, that is Hinduism, Judaism, Islam, Christianity and Buddhism. This was the reason that is why Kerala practiced multi-religious forms, okay. Now the fishing nets which was used by the communities look exactly like the Chinese fishing nets. The nets which were being used for catching fish, these were all exactly like the Chinese fishing nets, okay, are called China wala. Okay, what is called the China wala. Even the utensils used for frying is called the China kati. The China kati, okay. And it is believed that the word Chin could have come from China, and it was believed that the word Chin came from the word China, okay. The fertile land and climate are suited for growing rice, and a majority of people here eat rice, fish and vegetables, okay. These were the food for the common people here, that is rice, fish and vegetables. As because of fertile land and climate, it was very much suitable for growing rice here, okay. You must have noticed while Kerala and Ladakh are quite different in terms of their geographical features, right? The history of both regions has seen similar cultural influences. Both region were influenced by Chinese and Arab traders. It was the geography of Kerala which allowed for the cultivation of spices and rice, right? Whereas now here they are showing the differences. Now this first paragraph is all about Kerala, okay, that is here. Till here it is about Kerala. Now, whereas the cool climate of Ladakh favored the pastoralism, okay, that was a primary occupation there. They used to rear sheep, goats, cows so that they can do trading. It was wool that drew traders to Ladakh region, whereas it was spices which attracted the people in Kerala. I'll give you all the differences, okay. In your notebook, I'll give you all the differences for Ladakh and Kerala, okay. Then you will be more clear about the difference for both the places, okay. Thus, history and geography are often tied in the cultural life of a region. The influence of diverse culture is not merely a thing of the past. Okay, our present lives are all about moving from place to place for work, and with each move, our cultural traditions and way of life slowly becomes part of new place we are in. Okay, now the past does not affect the present. In our present life, we are living according to the works and places they are going on, the traditions which are going on. Okay, it does not affect neither the past neither the present. Okay. Similarly, in our own neighborhood, we live close to people from several communities, right? As we live in a society where there are numerous religion who live all together here. Okay, our daily lives are about the ways in which we do things together and hear stories about each other lives, customs and tradition. Now, when we live in a society, it is not like that we live in our home only and we don't talk to the people in our neighborhood or in our society, right? We talk to them. We also listen to about their religion, their caste, their customs, right? We used to ask them that what rituals they follow, right? You must have heard your mothers talking to your neighborhood aunties about the different traditions which they follow, and they both share with each other their traditions, right, and their stories about each other's life, custom and tradition, right? You must have seen. Now these all come together to form diversity, for which our country is famous. Okay, that is unity in diversity. Okay, now in the very next video I will start with unity in diversity, okay, which will tell us about different cultural, religion and regional backgrounds which come together, okay, for which our country is famous. Okay, so please read all the parts for Ladakh and Kerala, and when I'll give you all the question and answers for this chapter, I'll definitely give you all the difference for Kerala and Ladakh. Okay, thank you.